The kids that I'm dealing with, 90% of them, and I'm sure it's more than that, their parents, if they're still living, are dealing with domestic violence and drugs. So the very sacred place that they have and supposed to be a safe place is not safe for them. They have been violated in ways that I think are very difficult to overcome. Trafficking of children is a real problem. People don't talk about it, but it's a lot of it's in the foster system. Whether it's a parent who needs to get their drugs, who does that to their own child, or whether it's a stranger that wants to get money. This is a real problem that we have, and it's a hard one. It's a really hard one. And I'll share some fun stuff about that in a minute. The foster and group homes are safer. There's a misconception out there, as we all know. Media is not always accurate. The foster homes and the orphan homes are really safe. There's always exceptions, but I have found them to be a lot safer. If it takes an act of Congress, which we know that takes a long time, to get a kid removed from a home. So I want to break that myth that's out there that, it takes a lot to get a kid out of a home. And these kids are safer in these homes. 100% of these kids have indications. Autism, eczema, severe allergies, you name it, they have it. It's 100%. I've not met a kid. There's the most over-medicated category of population, more than the elderly. 75% of foster kids will end up in prison by the time they're 23 years old. So on this slide, I have had 2 people offer me very large grants, but they wanted me to do it in the schools. And I don't want to do the schools, because let me tell you what's amazing here is the schools, I can't control what they eat when they go home. But these homes, there's 500,000 kids in the United States of America that are in these homes every year. And of these kids, 75%, by the time they're 23, when they age out at 18, they're in prison. But the weird thing is over 50% of our prisons, and I actually think the number is more like 70, I'm just trying to be very conservative today, 50% of our prisons are filled with kids, adults, women and children that were in the foster system. Tell me I don't have more influence with what I'm doing. What I'm doing has the most influence. And every single person that has been on death row was in foster care. I have a huge influence with these kids, huge.